Yo, welcome back to another episode of Sessions with Surge. Um, y'all know this nigga. Ain't no introductions needed. This nigga done been on several episodes.
Family Matter.
Um, so we got a a strange. Not I ain't gonna even say strange because it ain't strange, but somebody asked me the other day, like, what is it like dating as a male? Because a lot of females comment and are very vocal about how trash guys are dating wise, like in the dating scene. So I thought it'd be fun to flip that and tell how bad some of these women are on the dating scene too. So it ain't just us guys, women. I know y'all like to think that, but it ain't. Some trash ass women out here, and there's some weird ass dating experiences out here. It's more so now than a previous time, but still weird nonetheless. So we're gonna touch on and discuss some of our weirdest dating scenarios and some of the weird shit that we've experienced in the process of dating. So we're gonna jump right into it. Uh, I ain't got shit that rhyme with 14, but this is episode 14. I'll be back on episode 15. I couldn't think of nothing. So yeah, let's jump into it. So what's some of the wildest dating experiences you've experienced? Herm, I'll let you go first. I guess we can swap story for story. I'll let you tell a story, then I tell one of my weird ass stories, and we go back and forth.
Listen, bro. I like to think.
Well, before you go, how long have you been single?
what my nigga R. Kelly said. When you say single, what do you mean by that?
Hey, bro, I swear, this ain't got shit to do with shit, but that interview is probably one of the funniest interviews I think I've ever seen. I quote that shit all the time. Yeah, I don't
But
know how to
no.
hog tie people.
No, yeah, bro. I've been single. Yeah. A little about 3.5 years. About a little over three and a
Okay.
half years.
Okay, yeah. So you've been single for a minute.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So now on to your some of your wildest dating experiences.
Oh shit, man. Dating is a fucking roller coaster. Excuse my language, but dating is a roller coaster, man. You you get out here and it's like that Avant song, man. You got 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes to really prove your worth to somebody, right? And because the women is dating, like y'all remember how women used to say like niggas ain't shit. Niggas, all the nigga want is this and this. Man, all the bitch want is dick and money. That's it. Like, and some food. And some food. You know what I'm saying? So you meet a girl, a woman, out here, and it's whether it's in person on one of the dating apps, listen, so we want to know about some craziness. Had one girl, um, she was telling me that her ex-boyfriend used to go onto the dating apps and pose as a female and scam niggas out of money.
That's not uncommon nowadays. We are
Listen,
in the era of scammers.
listen,
Young Miami
what?
got a whole song about scamming.
Listen, I've had women ask, can they move in on the first link? Like, can I come stay with you for a couple of days? Bitch, I only wants to use me for a couple hours. Swear they want honesty. Like, and a lot of them do. So I'm not gonna lie to you. That I ain't here to bash all women. I'm just here to tell you that a lot of the women that I've dealt with have been cursed. But I also have some great relationship and past stories. But I will say, yeah, man, when you get in that dating scene, be ready because they gonna run your pockets and they gonna smash on the first meetup. Like the first meet, she won't meet. She didn't come. She didn't even come to the situation. Like her deciding factor was am I gonna fuck him today or no? That was like, and it's crazy to say that, but women, y'all counterparts is out here throwing that ass in a circle. And 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 it's hard for niggas because you got niggas that's cool with that, right? Like I've been there. When I first, became single, bro, I was with all the smoke. Like, yeah, you just wanna fuck and you don't want me to call your mom? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was trying to do
But
anyway.
right. But now that nigga want, some meaningful shit, women still on that same type of wave, and it's unfortunate, man. And it's like you don't you it's hard to be vulnerable to with women, right? You can't tell a motherfucker like I wanna go see the sunset, or I wanna go to the botanical gardens during this time because they supposed to have, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you think about like relationship sentimental shit, you kind of like get like shelter and keep it to yourself because it's hard to know what a motherfucker on nowadays. So, fellas, when you find that one, bro, you hold on to it, cause what a God, yo, the irritation you had with her don't even amount to the irritation these single hoes can put you through. So that's why women tell me now I'm desensitized. They like to use that word. I'm desensitized and I don't feel, but I do feel. I'm just much more logical in my train of thought. I want to know what's what. Like, yes, I think you pretty. Yes, I care about you, but that don't get you but so far. Like, what are your goals? What are your aspirations? Like, I be asking bitches, what's your three, excuse my language. I ask women, one of my favorite questions is, what's your 3-year and 5-year goals? Because I have them. I got things that I want to do within 3 years. I got things that I want to do within 12 months. And you ask these questions and they just like, I don't know. I just take care of my kids and find a better job. And it's just kind of like, that ain't really a goal. That's just a necessity. Like, it's like, for me, a goal would be I want to get this accomplishment or get this certification or, you know, if I want to get a better job, these are the jobs that I want. And this is what I need to do to get those jobs. So this is what I'm working towards. So it's kind of like, excuse me, if you're not working towards anything, then you become stagnant in life. And I don't want no stagnant woman. They the worst people. They got a phone full of niggas and where, listen, at this point in time, give me old 50-year-old, bitch. Swear to God. Cute ass 50-year-old, 49. I'm on that. I'm on that.
That nigga got a
I'm
cent
on
though.
that. I'm on
Nigga
that.
said 49.50.
49, 50. Cause listen, bro, a lot of them, they just got their shit together, bro. They mindset is different. And it's okay that they want it, but they want to feed you. They want to know how your day was. They really care about what's your goals and helping you. And like, this is hard, bro. That shit crazy. I just went on a whole rant about dating because that shit sucks. But I love it though, bro. It's like roller coasters, cause it's like that bitch finna scare you, but you getting back in line though, cuz.
Yeah, I think especially for most people, like very few people that I've come across or know wanna deal with life or endure life solo. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, granted, I've come across some folks who like, yeah, I don't want nobody, I ain't looking for nobody, don't ever want to be with nobody. I'm cool just being me. And,
yeah.
they got their little link ups that they do from time to time, but they don't want nobody like on a daily basis. But for most folks, a life building a life with somebody is some sort of lifetime achievement or a goal that somebody wanna, that most people want to accomplish. But like you said, man, it's very, very different and weird in this era that we in. Like,
Mhm.
granted, I've had some bad dating experiences prior to me recently becoming single, but this most recent time I've become single, because I've been single, you said 3.5, mine is 2.5. I've been single 2.5. And yeah, you ain't never lied. Like I did a little stint on Facebook dating where I was meeting different people and interacting with different people and communicating with different
Mm-hmm.
people. And what I recognize is not a lot of people know how to communicate. Like, don't nobody
Right.
know how to have or keep up a general conversation. And then when you do start to meet people that you can have a general conversation with, like, you start to really recognize why they most likely single.
For sure.
Like for me, I met this one girl. Um, we started conversing. Everything seemed to be going good. We're getting to know one another, calling in between, FaceTiming every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just ghosted, like just at random, just ghosted.
Nigga, that's me so
Nigga, when I
much.
tell you, I swear to God, bro. 3 weeks later, the bitch was married. I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Yo,
yo,
that's
swear, married,
crazy.
like full on marriage. So, at, me being me, now,
Congratulations, cuz.
no, me being me, I wouldn't know what the fuck he was on because we ain't stopped talking that long ago. So I hit her up out of the blue and was like, yeah, so I see you married. Congratulations. And she was like, oh yeah, yeah, I am married now, but it's ghetto out here. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And she was like, well, I guess I didn't know the guy as well as I thought I did. We got married. He been cheating since we got married. You know, he moved me away from where I was living, put me in his house, and I guess because he moved me away, you know, he figured he was free to do whatever. So part of me wanted to like be on some
Mm.
some petty shit. But this is what you deserve because I thought we was vibing. Like I thought we was vibing. I thought we was in there. I thought we was cool. And
Mm-hmm.
you flipped the script with no nothing, no circling back, no hey met somebody else, no nothing, just complete ghost.
Mm.
I'm telling you, she was doing that, sending prayers in the morning, sending affirmations, and checking on me, asking how my day was, asking what my favorite meals are, it just making it seem like she was this star of a woman, and then just
Damn.
bam, ghosted, married.
Hey,
Like I'm
look,
like, well, damn.
see, a lot of times, I've been there. Nigga, I used to be the married bitch slayer, bro. Swear, I think that's why my relationship used to be
Yeah,
crazy.
that's karma for your ass, nigga.
'Cause
It's
when I
karma for
was
your ass.
after my first big relationship, bro, I used to just run into a lot of married women. And they used to just be like, married, and I just want a side nigga. And I'm like, I'm a side nigga that don't got a side bitch.
Nigga, nigga's a professional side nigga.
Swear to God, I used to say that, bro. I used to say I was a professional side nigga 'cause I didn't want
Business card
nothing.
and all.
I ain't want nothing
Solidified.
from him. You know what I'm
Solidified
saying?
side nigga.
So, you know what I'm saying? Buy you lunch, sending stuff to your job. You know what I'm saying? Like, screw you, because you get
Yeah,
the
you
good
get
thing
all the
about a
perks without
side,
no commitment.
you
Yeah, you
get
get all the
all,
perks without no commitment. Yeah, of
you
course.
know, we get all the, we can as a side nigga then, but we, like you said, we got the perks, we got the benefits, we got the good side of you. We didn't have to argue with you. We didn't
Yeah,
have to give a
'cause
fuck if
what
you
we
got
arguing
your
for?
toes done or
Yeah.
if that didn't matter to us. That wasn't my forte. My forte was to take you out, stuff you, and then stuff you. You know what I'm saying?
Stuff you and
So,
the stuff you is hilarious.
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't necessary for us to care about your feelings. Of course, we'll ask you if you had a long day, but that just let us know like how much care we had to have with you, in the time that we had you. So I get it. I get it. It don't make it right, but I understand it. And when every nigga bitch get slayed. If a nigga tell you they bitch ain't never got slayed, they lying, cause they bitch got slayed the most. You know what I'm saying? She was the boss dragon, but every dude woman get took down by somebody while y'all together. And it's okay, bro. Once you grasp that and understand it, you live life better. It's them ones that's going around here thinking like, girl ain't never stepped out on me. But you listen, bro.
Whenever listen, bro, is said, some bullshit coming
And
behind it.
this is why the dating world is so crazy because women gonna say men do that too, but on a different scale. See, as a man, when I got hoes and I find that one, my body just don't let me pay attention to them hoes right now.
That's how I
So
am.
I don't care about if I lose any of them because I'm focused on you. You know what I'm saying? And what I noticed and what a lot of women have told me was when they get into relationships, it's like a 90-day trial. So like during this 90-day trial, Big Dick Tony's still knocking her down, just not as often. She telling you, you know, I want to see you. Can we go out Friday? Yeah. Tony knocked it down Thursday. And that's just how I go. And when I'm hearing this, I'm like, that's crazy. That women still hold on to certain pieces until they know it's real, right? In their mind. Until they mind and their heart get on the same page, they keep that bullshit going. Men, because we lead with our heart, not our mind, we already know, hey, look, she the one. Now I just gotta convince myself to follow my heart. Convincing your heart to follow your mind is the hardest shit ever. That's why it take them so long to really want to settle down.
And see, I think that's one of my dating hiccups is I don't know how to casually date.
Yeah.
Like I can openly admit that I don't really know how to casually date. Like once I seek interest in somebody and I really, really start liking you, I cut off everybody. It's
It
just
ain't hard.
how I've always been. And a lot
Mm,
of times it's been to my detriment because I lock into you and you ain't really locked into me. And
uh-huh.
so now I'm putting everything into you, doing everything that your man would do without no type of commitment. So you still out here living free and I'm all about you. And so now then I start to feel away and then I just block her ass and then keep it pushing. Like, so that's one of my hiccups. Like I don't know how to date several people at one time.
You know what your
Like,
issue is? You don't know how to communicate, nigga. You
no,
don't,
I'm
you
overly
don't know.
communicative.
No,
Overly.
I'm talking about how you just described what you just said, bro. You just said that you get in these situations and you don't know how to not make it all about them. If you having that conversation like, look, hey, I just want you to know, once I'm feeling you, it's gonna be all about you. And I
Nigga, that's
know it
out the
sound
gate. I say that,
listen,
bro. You
but
you know me, nigga. You
but
know
you
me
gotta
firsthand.
you gotta know these women telling you then if they own what you own. We just be in our, like you said, in our,
Oh,
we got
now
them shutters.
yeah,
Them
that I'm
shutters
taking.
get
Yeah, I'm taking ownership of
yeah.
that. Yeah, I definitely will put you in the category in my head that I'm not in your head, and then feel away when it don't
When
work
you
out.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
recognize like, damn, well, she never did say that she was feeling me like I was feeling her, so maybe I
Boom.
jumped the gun on that. So yeah,
Boom.
yeah, I told you I
Yeah.
already, nigga, I've been around for a long time, bro. I know me. If I don't know nobody else, I know my ass. So yeah, I definitely openly admit that. Yeah, I definitely have overplayed my hand on several situations when it comes to who I'm interested in because they
Right.
ain't feeling me the same way I'm feeling them.
Right.
But there has been situations where I've been feeling them and they've voiced that they feeling me, but the actions show
Mm-hmm.
differently. Yo, welcome back to another public service announcement. I know it's been a minute. I know I've been off and on with the episode, but I think I'm back in the groove now. There's been a lot of shit going on, but I'm gonna catch everybody up to speed in one of the episodes upcoming. But I got like 3 or 4 episodes that I'm knocking out. That's gonna put me back on the regular scheduled programming. So I appreciate y'all for thugging it out with your boy and continuing to tune in. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe as always. And this public service announcement is just an apology for my lack of consistency in the last month or so, maybe last couple of months. But a lot of stuff in transition, a lot of stuff has transpired within the last couple of months that kind of knocked me off my game. But again, I'm locked in, so we'll keep these episodes pushing out. Like I said, I know for the fact that I've knocked out 3 to 4 episodes, so within the next month, 2 months, I ain't no mishaps, no more mishaps. I'm back on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Make sure you follow the YouTube channel so you can catch all the episodes when they drop. And then make sure you follow the TikTok and IG, all sessions with Surge. If you want to be a guest or a co-host, make sure you email me or hit me up on any of those platforms I just named. Also, I'm looking for a female co-host, somebody that'll be available every so that I record going forward, just to have a female's perspective and point of view. I know sometimes my point of view is my point of view. So to have an additional point of view is always something that, I think will be beneficial to the viewers and the watchers. So any females that have any sort of media backgrounding or have a podcast that they want to merge or combine, or if never been in the space, but you got a lot of ideas and a lot of things that could be beneficial to the podcast, and please feel free to hit me up. Um, like I said, any other platforms, email me. You got my number, text me. Follow me on Facebook. You can inbox me on there. But whatever the case may be, I need a female co-host that's going to be dedicated and don't mind putting in the work to get this podcast to the next level. So if that's you, feel free to drop a comment or, like I say, hit me up on all the platforms. This has been this week's public service announcement. And per usual, I'm no therapist, just a dude that keeps it a buck. Until next time, deuces. Another crazy ass situation. I was talking to this girl off man, Facebook dating ass. If you got the app, delete it because it's trash on there.
Listen,
it ain't as great as y'all think it is.
Only delete it if you want a relationship. If you just trying to fuck, that's your prime real estate.
They said ain't no Tinder, no Bumble, no none of that. Facebook
Hell no.
dating.
Facebook
They
dating, you
going.
get overly going.
Yeah, I met another girl on there, and same sort of ordeal. We talking, we conversing. She asked me, can she get my number? I give her my number. She started texting me. We start texting. Everything seemed to be going fine. We meet up. We chill. It seemed like a good vibe. She socially awkward to some degree because she's not really saying much, but I like to say I'm a communicator. So I'm talking, and she communicating back to what I'm asking, but she ain't really asking nothing.
For
So
sure.
I'm like, all right, I could possibly work with that. So, we talking about like same sort of shit you be asking, like what's your goals? How did you I always ask, like, how did you become single? Why are you single now? What happened within your last couple of relationships? I'm trying to get a feel on who you was and how you were before now. So a long pause in between the messages, maybe like 40 to 50 minutes. And we've been back to back, back to back, back to back. So I'm like, what the fuck the hold up? So I send the question mark. I'm like, you still there? And she like, yeah, I just don't know how to answer this question. So I'm like, just answer it honestly. Well, honestly, I'm still married. I'm still married. I
Remember
randomly
that
just got up. I
one.
randomly just got up and moved away from where my husband stayed because it wasn't a good marriage. So I was like, okay, I guess I can understand that. I was like, I don't really want to pursue nobody who's married, but I'm interested to see where it possibly can go. So she was like, I'm not just talking to you from the dating app. I also talked to somebody else. So I was like, okay, it's a dating app. So of course, if you vibing with a couple more than people, say less. So maybe like a month go by. We still conversing, still talking pretty much every day. And she said that her husband, she used the word ex-husband, but I was like, no, technically that's still your husband because y'all still legally married. So your husband was coming into town. She slept with the husband, slept with the secondary nigga she was talking to on Facebook dating. And then was like, does that make you feel a way? She been blocked ever since her. I don't know how she doing, if she's still married, who she deal with. I don't even know. Cause yeah, blocked immediately. Cause what are we talking about?
To block the
Like
bitch when she said
since
she was
since
still married.
yeah, well, like I said, married and separated, that seems to be a regular thing nowadays where folks are still
She didn't say
legally married, but
separated
they no
though.
longer deal.
She said, I'm still married. Nigga,
Yeah.
that means you ain't over that nigga. Like,
That's the thing. The whole time we was conversing, all she was, like a lot of things she would bring up, she was just talk about like how controlling he was, and like how he had like a couple of abusive moments, and that he was already with some other woman, and they had moved on, and so it led me to believe that they wasn't rocking with each other. Like she's had Facebook videos like dogging them out, Facebook posts dogging them out. So I was like, okay, well, seemingly it seems like she ain't rocking with Buddy no more.
Yeah.
Then when she told me he came into town, she smashed him. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm cool. I'm
Crazy
cool.
work,
I'm
cuz.
telling you, man, diabolical. So
Mm,
women, this is just to let y'all know that it ain't just men that's out here that y'all be claiming ain't shit. A lot of these women ain't shit too.
facts.
You'd be surprised. And no, y'all ain't even a fucking surprise because a lot of these be your homegirls, your best friends, your sisters, your cousins. Y'all know these heifers ain't shit.
You,
Y'all be
bitch.
supporting that
It's
bullshit.
it's you too, motherfucker. Sitting on this post like, I wonder who he's talking about. It's you too. I mean, listen. I tell you, so what's going on, good people? Your boy Hiram back again with another homie Hiram fact of the day. Today we are going to talk about another crazy creature in the world. I like to call this creature um the one God had the most fun with, man. Today we will be talking about the platypus. Man, look, if you have not researched the platypus, please take your time and just go learn about how diabolical this animal is, man. So, just to drop a few facts on you, the platypus is one of the only mammals in the world that lays eggs. They do not have natural birth like other mammals. So they are one of the only egg laying mammals, which is wild. And their babies are called puggles. So that's funny. That's funny. They are aquatic creatures. They have duck bills, beaver tail, and they have venomous hind spurs. When they hunt to go eat, they go into water. But when they go into water, they close their eyes, their ears, and their nose. So they can't smell, hear, or see anything. They use electroreception to find their food, which means the electrodes inside of these animals' bodies, these creatures, insects, whatever they're eating, they see that with their feeling, and that's how they eat, which is crazy. They don't have stomachs, so they don't digest food. It just goes through their body and then comes out of their skin. Crazy word. This animal's just wild. And to take it a step further, they have ultraviolet skin. So they light up. Like they give off ultraviolet light. So if you had one of those ultraviolet things on the platypus, it would glow. It would glow. This is crazy. They don't have any teeth. So when they eat their food, they put rocks in their mouth and let the rocks chew the food up. It's wild, man. Ooh, crazy. And they have babies, right? And they produce milk, but they don't have nipples. The milk comes out of their skin. It just seeps through their skin. And that's how their babies eat. This is crazy, a crazy unique fact, right? Um, and the last one is the venomous spurs. Like, why do you need venom? Nobody's hunting you, cuz. Like, but the venom is so strong that, normal medicine can't stop the pain. You really have to go to the emergency room and get narcotics to for a platypus sting. So it's a crazy animal, man. But hey, the more you know. That's another homie hiring fact of the day. What I like to do, and like women I meet, they laugh at the shit. But like I know what kind of person I was over the years, ups and downs and all of that. So I know it was some times where I was hoeing. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't on that type of time, right? I know I ain't perfect. So when I meet a girl, I tell her I ain't shit. I ain't shit. And they
I vouch for
laughing.
that,
They
ladies.
laugh.
That
They
nigga ain't
laugh.
shit. I vouch. That nigga ain't shit.
Ain't shit. Cause I do detach quickly. If I feel like you're not on my wavelength, and I done met some chicks that I rock with. I done told you. We done talked about them. And then
Yeah,
hey, it's been some solid ones, but when them flags get to waving, boy, it's like, it's hard to ignore 'em. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
facts.
And it's tough. So, a nigga wanna love, though, for sure. I'm probably the biggest lover boy in the world. I just I'm
You
sick of women, bro. That
you
shit over.
you you 1B, nigga, I'm 1A.
See? Light-skinned niggas always gotta be first. You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't first, you last, motherfucker.
I fuck. Yo, what's happening? It's your boy Herm Boogie, back at it again with another homie Herm fact of the day. Today's fact is definitely a bizarre fact. So if you haven't, I'm gonna school you on the flatworm. It is a hermaphrodite, meaning that it's born with both reproductive organs, so it can either make babies or make babies, right? And the way that it determines which route it goes is they have what's called a penis fencing duel. And the goal is to stick the penis into the head of the worm. And the winner is, of course, the one that successfully sticks the other worm. And that worm that gets stuck is not a mom. So that worm has to lay hundreds and hundreds of eggs. And it takes a lot of energy from them. So they lose time on their lives every time they become a mom, right? So they lose time on their life and they have to sit and have those babies. And the worm that wins swims off in victory. Don't even take care of his kids. He gone. Now, the wild part about all of this is after that worm lays them eggs, they back at it again, fighting for their life to not be a mom again. So it's wild, it's wild. And what's even crazier, to take it a step further, if the worm doesn't have anybody to fight with, in some cases, that worm will inject the sperm in itself to get itself pregnant to reproduce. The more you know. A lot of crazy animals and insects and creatures out here, man. Out. Women. One of the biggest questions I ask as well, and I answer it too. I ask women, what is the biggest thing you learned from your last relationship that'll help you be better in your next without dogging your ex out? Do you know there's a lot of women who can't answer that question without dogging that nigga out?
Yeah, I think it's hard for a lot of folks to depending on how the relationship ended. I think it's hard for a lot of women to accept they fault and what the
Men too?
why the relationship ended.
Yeah,
I mean people in general. I said women, but I mean
yeah,
people in general. I think
yeah.
it's hard for folks to see past what the person did to them. Like if it ended
Right.
in cheating or infidelity or, physical harm,
Yeah.
then a lot of times they'd be like, oh well that nigga was abusive or she was a cheater or, they don't never look at I mean, there's no to me as far
They
as
don't they don't do no self-reflection, nigga, to
yeah,
see
yeah, that's
what the
yeah.
fuck cause in any situation, no matter what happens, right? Even in a job, like you get in a job and you part ways with a job, you look back and you ask yourself, what could I do better? I know I may have in the moment been like, hell no, y'all fucking me over. But in anything, you think about any argument, any dispute, anything, you have to think about what you could have done differently to receive a different outcome. So when I look at my last relationships and I say, you know what, me and that person ended, and I take ownership because In this phase, I was emotionally unavailable, which kind of pushed them into this mindset. And it was a trickle down effect, right? So, yes, I got good at this point. I was on my shit at this point, but that doesn't make up for the harm that this point caused, right? So, yeah, in the end, you cheated on me. You did what you did. We ended up splitting. But there's always something that leads down that road. So, you take that part and you apply it to the next. Me being emotionally unavailable, all right, cool. I'm gonna tell you how I'm feeling. And I'm not gonna expect you to receive it in any kind of way because a lot of times when we tell people how we feel, we expect them to receive it the way we giving it, but we can't tell them how to receive information. Right. So you give it, get it off your heart, get it off your chest, and then allow that person to move how they move with that information. So learning, through therapy, that's another thing. I tell people, do y'all go to therapy? No, folks don't go to therapy for real. And that's
Facts.
crazy. After any traumatic experience, and yes, a breakup is a traumatic experience, whether it was a smooth breakup or not, that is an experience that because it's a major change in your life.
Facts.
So you gotta go to therapy, man, talk to somebody and not in the sense of you just doing bad, man, you doing good too. It just helps have that outlet. So, I toast, try to coach people into that. And another thing too is people don't pray no more. People don't be praying for real. And I just don't understand it. Cause why? Like, you don't sit back and talk to God and just think about like the good you got in your life. Yeah, you might be heartbroken. You know what I'm saying? But you got that good job. Your kids fed, they good. This is going on, this is going okay. It's positivity. You have to live in that positivity because the more negative energy you bring into your world, bro. So I say all that to say, when you get out of a relationship, it's important to self-reflect, understand what occurred throughout it. How can you be better as a person? Because if you go into your next relationship, the same person you was in your last relationship, that shit gonna end too. You gotta always improve. And it's on something. On something. You got to. And once people understand that portion, all right, this is where I could improve. Now let's improve it. Now let's do the things we need to do to be better. So when I come to that next woman, I can say, hey, this is what I learned. And this is what I've done to work on those things. So now in her mind, it warms her heart to know that I'm actually trying to be in a relationship. So then she's more open to me, telling me, okay, well, this is where I went wrong and I could do this better. I could be more understanding, take more accountability, which is always a lie. Never believe that. Um, and it just helps. It helps navigate those beginning phases. That's why I like that question because it's like a big icebreaker. It's away from the normal. Well, why did y'all break up? I don't really care why y'all broke up. I want to know what do you feel you can do better for the next man to come into your life.
Yo, welcome back to another Black Business Shout Out. This week's Black Business Shout Out is going to be Demarcus Minor, who's a screenwriter, director, producer. He does a lot of different projects. He doesn't have a website as of yet, but I post his page down below if you're interested in reaching out to him and potentially collaborating, whether you want to write some stuff together or even be somebody starring in one of his upcoming films. You can reach out with him and do some work with him. He does a lot of projects with his director buddy, Mark Buddington. He has two novels dropping late this year, The Broken and The Damned, and then he has a short stories book called Community Tales. He started his own company, Minor Dream Films, back in May, and he's about to introduce a new brand of horror through the African American experience. So reach out to him, man. Show support, comment, like, subscribe. Very dope projects that he got coming down the pipeline. I look forward to viewing and reading whatever he drops, man. Very dedicated to his craft. So yeah, follow his page, like, comment, subscribe. He's also developing a black anime called No Chill Ebony. So also be on the lookout for that. And again, you're interested in collaborating with him, go ahead and reach out to him. Like I said, his page is gonna be posted below. And per usual, if you're interested in having your business shouted out or having me shout you out, you already know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, email me at sessionswithsurge at gmail.com, or you can hit me up on any other platform, TikTok, IG, whatever. And you can have your business shouted out. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. That's been this week's Black Business Shout Out. Until next time, deuces. Fuck all that. I want to know why y'all broke up because I
I
want
don't
to
give
know
a
what
fuck.
the hell.
I don't
I
give a
want,
fuck.
yeah, I want to know why.
For what?
I don't really
You
need to.
know,
The why ain't as important as to what was the like, because especially if it was a quick relationship, cool. But like for long tenured relationships, then the why to me is a deciding factor on if I want to pursue or not. Because I feel like a lot, like I said, whenever a long relationships end, like I said,
mhm,
especially if y'all split cordially, if it wasn't like no
mhm,
bad breakup with no cheating or no fighting or nothing, oh yeah, I just grew apart or cool, that makes sense. You know, people grow apart
mm,
all the time. Love changes, people change, how you feel changes. So got it.
so,
But for some aspect of it, like I need to know where your head was when y'all split. Like, are you blaming everything on your spouse or the person you was
mhm,
dating? Do you be like, well, now looking back, I recognize that this was the reason we didn't stay together, or I dropped the ball when it came to this, and it put a gap in between us, or like you'd be surprised at what you could find out from somebody if they emotionally mature enough to be able to say where they saw their wrongs at in the ending of the previous relationship. So for me, when I ask, because like I say, I've done the work, the leg work, to make sure that whatever relationship I end up in next is better than the relationship I was in previously. Like
mhm,
I saw red flags from myself in my past relationship, and the
mhm,
relationship before that, and the one before that. Like
true.
I'm able to visually see, like, okay, yeah, they may have not done me right, they may have had some fucked up moments, but what led to that point? Like, if we was cool in year 1 and 2, and then year 3 shit started to go haywire, why the shit started to go haywire? Like,
Mhm,
yeah, granted they got some shitty ass people, so sometimes there is no excuse for the behavior that follows. But sometimes, you can lead a person to do some fucked up shit to you, depending on how you are when you're in a relationship. Not saying
and
that it's warranted, but it's more understandable when you be like, okay, I I did this, I saw this, I said
mhm,
this, and
mhm,
your response was to get even instead of just us talking to it or going to therapy together or, having a discussion.
and
Like it's so now where I'm at emotionally
mhm,
after going to therapy from my last relationship and after doing the leg work, taking like a year or so to not deal with nobody, just me, myself, and I, like bettering my relationship with the Lord, doing all these things to make sure whoever I'll end up with next know that I ain't just in one relationship and hopping to the next, or
mhm,
got it that didn't do nothing with the traumatic experience of ending a long tenured relationship and just jump into something new. Like, yeah, I want you to be where I'm at on the on the emotional side of it. Cause
for
like I said, I
sure.
feel like that's kind of where a lot of folks F up is they just relationship hop. They get out of one bad relationship into another one. One bad relationship, I mean, another relationship ends into another one. No
You
time in
know,
between to actually fix anything, change anything, work on
yeah,
anything.
for
Just
sure.
dragging all that bad shit into one to the next.
Some people, that work for some people. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I've heard a lot
Visually,
of
it
people say
works,
that,
but emotionally, I don't think
but I
it's
think
possible
those
to.
people, bro, it's easy to emotionally detach if you're good at it. We know people right now, women and men, that you seen go from being in this long relationship back out there in them streets doing crazy and then back to their bullshit because they can detach easily. Yes, they'll still care about you. Yes, they still wish you the best. But once a relationship over, it's over. They're not on that no more. So
Yeah, I know a few people like that.
it's easy for them to just hop in something new because they can remove that emotional. Now, in the same breath, people would say, well, that just means that they didn't care about the people like they thought they did, or it's always two sides to the coin. But hey, I've heard Shannon Sharp say, "Boom, the relationship over. He 30 days, he back on something." You know what I'm saying? And I've heard shit. Tyrese done, his sentimental ass, sensitive ass done talked about talked about Tyrese my nigga though, but talked about talked about going into another relationship soon
Yeah,
after,
that nigga.
one
Hey,
ends.
that nigga be out of a marriage and into a marriage within 2 months, nigga.
Yeah.
I just want my baby.
Hell yeah. So I guess, for me, it was something you said earlier. Can't remember what it was, but for me, I get it. It's you could do it. You can hop in the war. That shit ain't hard. It's just because people don't like to be alone. I'm at a point in my life. I love this shit. So if I accept you into my world, know you special. Because I love being alone. I don't gotta answer to nobody. I do what I want to do when I want to do it. Spend time with my kids. It's just you 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 just live. But when that woman come in there, I don't need her to disrupt nothing. I need her to just flow like water. Like,
I but I think that's a problem in itself too. I think that's part of the lack of trying to work on yourself in between mates that also carries an issue, not wanting to be alone. Granted,
mhm,
like I said, I get it. For a lot of folks, of course they have a lot of introverted people as well who perfectly comfortable being by themselves, love being by themselves, and actually are
mhm,
bothered when they got to deal with people on a regular basis.
for
But
sure.
for the folks who actually like being with somebody or waking up to somebody, going to sleep with somebody, doing better than life with somebody, I think that's uh, to me that's a thing that I pay attention to as well. Like,
Mhm,
what if you were single for a month and you back in a relationship, that relationship in, you back in a relationship, like those people to me raise red flags because, like I said, the fear of being alone is to me is something to raise an eyebrow to. Just me
to me,
personally.
I look at that shit like being scared of heights, bro. Like, it's all in the same to me. Like, I've seen people married 30 years that bounce from relationship to relationship and had that one hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like gambling. You keep pulling that motherfucking lever down. Them sevens gonna go across that screen at some point. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. But, people like us think in a different life, I can see myself being similar to that. But when you involve things like children, it's harder to do that. I don't agree with the people that do that with children because now you're introducing your children to a lifestyle that is not, positive. So, yeah. So as far as that's what you said. You talking about being? I want to know why y'all broke up. I don't give a shit about that, bro. I I tell motherfucker, stay out them people business. That's your business. If you willingly tell me why y'all broke up, cool. I'm not digging. I don't want. I'm not even asking probing questions because how your relationship ended is a depiction of what occurred throughout your relationship, right? So if they got to a point where he was being, mean to her, dogging her out or cheating on her a lot, and he done had a baby outside the marriage, and she went and had a gangbang, and he found out, and that's why they broke up. You hear, yeah, I cheated and I slept with two dudes at the same time. You like this bitch a hoe. I can't fuck with her. But you not looking at the circumstances that led her to that point. She may not be a hoe like that ever again, but the trauma that she was going through led her to that point. You could have been her husband, knight in shining armor, to make her the wife that she's always deserved to be. But because you know this bit of information, you like, fuck that. So
Well,
it
I ain't
just,
that small. The reason I ask because I ain't that small minded. Like
a lot of people are.
yeah, but that's why I said for me personally, I don't look at it that way. That's why I said that's the reason I ask because like I said, the ending. of a long. And I said pretty much. I only ask that for like people who are in long tenure relationships. Like if y'all was only dating for a year and y'all go, yo, I don't really care to know why.
Yeah, yeah.
That's irrelevant. But for long tenured relationships, like I
Mhm,
always ask people, like, what was your longest relationship? Why did y'all end up going, going your separate ways? Like those questions to me kinda
mhm,
like I said, give me an idea of how you move, how emotionally mature you are based on what your answer is. Like if he cheated and your get back was to sleep with 2 dudes, then, that was where your mind was at the time. I ain't gonna automatically look
mhm.
at you as a hoe because I done did some whole shit before. So I mean, I ain't
Facts.
looking at you no different than I've looked at
Then you
myself in those whole ass moments. So
and I've
yeah.
looked at myself very bad in those moments, like,
Yeah, that's
"Who
why I said
are
so. Yeah,
you?"
I'm not that small minded. I think everybody in relationships have done some sort of fucked up act, whether it's been infidelity, whether it's been whatever the case may be.
For
Like
sure.
I feel like everybody has had moments that they weren't proud of that they look
Yeah,
back on and be like, yeah, I definitely that wasn't the normal me. I just
right.
I slipped up and did some shit I shouldn't have been doing. So yeah, I ain't never gonna judge nobody off of some shit they did and in that relationship. As long as you don't do this shit to
Mhm.
me, we good. Like so what you did before don't mean that you're gonna circle back and do it to me too.
For sure.
I just keep that in the back of my mind. But yeah,
I don't know, some shit I do feel like you gonna do it to me.
that's why I said that's why I asked. Depending on what it is.
Then the bitch tell the story the other day. He said, he was doing a little interview, um, and he was just like, you get a man, you gotta love on him, cherish him, and find out what he likes and do those things. And she said a lot of good wife shit, right? And I'm like, yeah, I fuck with that. And then the interviewer was like, "Oh yeah, you ready to be a wife?" He said, "Yep." And he said, "You been married before?" She was like, "Yeah, 3 times." And he was like, "Move around."
Yeah, it
It's like,
sounded so good till I heard that
right,
you going
yeah,
to husband number 4.
right, right. So it's just like when you see certain habits, you kind of you put it in the back of your mind, and it populates when you see certain signs of that when you dealing with that person. But it's not
Yeah,
to say that that's who you are anymore. So I don't like knowing this stuff because I like to give people a fresh slate. Like, are you abusive? Are you dealing with abuse? Any type of trauma like that, right? Like those are things, but again, they tell you why they break up. So they involuntarily tell you at some point, "Oh yeah, I broke up with my ex because they did this, this, and this," and it's kind of like, okay, unless you know what kind of trauma they dealt with, but giving you a clean slate, I don't be want to know that type of shit because I think about that when I'm fucking, like I think like she had a nigga back here and up there, so I don't want to know that shit, girl. Don't tell me, cause I like to stay out of people's business, bro. I don't want to know your business. I don't want to. If you tell me, I'm a listen. But just know I didn't ask for this. So 'cause
Uh,
I don't want to look at they say judge not and you shall not be judged, right? I judge like a motherfucker, boy.
well,
I be judging.
it's impossible. I ain't saying that we have people who can be that can be non-judgmental,
Uh,
but for
it
the
was
most
what I
part,
said.
we us as humans are judgmental.
For sure.
Like, for the human race is judgmental. And
Right.
like I say everybody isn't judgmental, but
Uh,
us as a
listen,
race is just
hey,
judgmental.
my Rottweiler judgmental too. So I think it's just everything. Cause she be looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing, cuz? But yeah, bro, we definitely have some judgmental ass people. So yeah, I don't be liking to know that. And
I
I do
feel
want
that.
to shed some light, man. It is a lot of good women out here. So
It's a lot of
women,
great
if
women.
don't
Yeah,
don't don't feel
some that
like
I've come in
this
contact
is
with,
a
some that I've
bash
came
women
across.
session. Yeah,
Nah,
because a
yeah,
lot of y'all are really amazing people. I
I
got some
agree.
female friends that are good wives and fiancées and girlfriends and baby mamas. Hell, my baby mama's cool. I Y'all cool. I fuck with both of y'all. Like y'all cool. Now it wasn't like I'm just out here having kids. I was married and engaged. So I'm really out here trying to be in a relationship. But y'all cool. Now I just, you know, I wish y'all the best and everything that y'all do. I'm not a bitter baby daddy. I don't give a fuck who you date, who you be with, none of that shit. I don't care. Like, you gonna be in a relationship, I ain't with you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of things, when it comes down to relationships too, what you have to know is what's that relationship like with the father? We always ask that question because that is an important question. I don't care how y'all broke up, but I care about how that relationship is when it comes to the co-parenting. How do y'all co-parent? Have y'all had a conversation about dating and having people around y'all kids? If you haven't had that conversation, that either lets me know A, y'all aren't really good co-parents, or B, you lying. Because you have those conversations. I had them once, they been gone, long time ago. I don't never gotta have them conversations again. I only gotta say, hey, me and this person are not dating. This is official. Would you like to meet her? Would you like to have a conversation with her? Because they're gonna be around my kids, right? So you give them the courtesy if y'all have a good co-parenting. Then you got motherfuckers that's like, I don't give a fuck who she know if I'm dating. This my life. But then it's like y'all don't have a good co-parenting. Like if you don't respect that person enough to have that conversation, then that means y'all not good co-parents. Now that's not to say that y'all beef or y'all got issues, but yeah, no, y'all don't. It's just different, and that's what I will say. I may cause chaos every now and then because I think something is what it ain't, but I reproduce with some good ass people when it comes to drama in my life. Like they don't cause much drama in my life. Now, do they cause drama in their own life? Oh, hell yeah. For sure. Just not mine. Just not mine. They'll never block me from seeing my kids. They'll never stop me from being a father. They don't hassle me about money and this and that. And it's just like it's healthy. I can call them and tell them what my gripes are. And yeah, they may have a rebuttal and we're gonna have a discussion about it. It may get to yelling. But at the end of that phone call, we good. So yeah, that's important too. When they're relationships, what is that relationship like with the mother or father of your children?
Yeah, I feel that. All right, good people. We ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. I appreciate y'all locking in, watching this episode with us. Make sure you like, comment, follow, subscribe,
Hey,
all that
I
good